Hey Don, how are you? I wanted to ask, just kind of that the first period specifically, just the dominance that y'all were able to show early on. Just how did that carry in through the second half, which we saw where it just, it wasn't clicking the same way. You had Duke, I think, outscore both the third and the fourth period. Just kind of, how did that catapult y'all? And then what did you see in the second half that you're hoping to improve on?
I mean, we did get off to a pretty decent start. And then I think we just started thinking, just overthinking and just not playing simple basketball. It's really a simple game. Basketball is truly simple. I think it's the people that think differently, they do differently. And I think we were a little just mentally fatigued. We had one day of practice. I'm not making excuses either, but when you play as many tough teams as you play, you got to lock in, and it really wears on you from a mental standpoint. So I thought mentally after that first quarter, we probably thought we were smooth sailing and took our foot off the gas, and we learned a lesson.
Don, how much of that had to do with not having Destiny Henderson on the court to kind of settle your team down?
I mean, it hurts when you don't have your starting point guard, but we haven't had her for 2 weeks now. So we should be making the adjustment. And then we're not making the adjustment as quickly. I think just pace has a lot to do with us when we play well, when we are playing with a certain level of pace and pushing the ball and moving it helps us. And the zone in the game and make it interesting.
I was going to ask you about the zone. Duke's played mostly man this year. Were you expecting that much zone from them? And how did you make those in-game adjustments?
I mean, after the Maryland game, I figured they would play a little bit of zone. I didn't think they would play the entire game because they haven't really shown a whole lot of zone. But we were aware, we knew that it was going to happen, and depending on how well we play out of it is how long they'll play it, and they just stuck with it. I mean, we snuck and got a win, and sometimes you got to get lucky when it boils down to not playing your best basketball.
Hey, Don, Aaron with the AP. I wanted to ask you about the 5 games now you've won against ranked teams. This has been an incredibly demanding schedule to play against top tier competition, and some of those games coming on the road. What have you liked about the way your team has sort of handled this challenge, especially for the aspirations that this team has for the long term?
I like it. I like our team. I like their approach to it. I like the fact that they want to win every basketball game. I like the fact that they're resilient. When they don't play their best basketball, there's still a burning desire to want to win. I mean, we're rebounding the ball extremely well. And I do think we're getting Aaliyah a lot more touches when we need them. And I think she's just resilient. I heard a question. I mean, she just continues to move. Like, you have to play with a lot of pace to keep up with the amount of movement activity that she has, whether it's zone or man. She just moves. She's always she's a moving target. So for her to be able to get 19 points or 14 rebounds with seeing double and triple teams, it's a tribute to her and her ability to be active.
It seems like as the game went on, and especially after the Maryland game, you guys have become a lot more, have been a lot more comfortable reversing the ball, hitting those backside threes and the cuts against this kind of zone. Do you think that kind of exposure has helped round out the offense?
Us? No, 17 turnovers, a lot of missed layups, a lot of missed threes. We're gonna get better. Obviously. It's really hard for us to simulate that because we don't really play zone. So we got to simulate it. We told our coaches, we got to really simulate. We got to go see what Maryland did and see what Duke did and simulate, put our players in those situations where, they'll be a lot more familiar with it when they see it. And And I think it'll help too to get our point guard back. She's day to day, so she'll, we'll see where she is when we get back on the floor.
Gotcha. And then what's the advantage of having a crowd that can come into a place, or having a crowd for you guys that travels and can come into a place like Cameron and at times help like drown out the stadium?
Yeah, I mean, we our fans, they do travel well. I mean, they look forward to, playing close to home. I mean, we knew that once we scheduled this home and home, they were going to come. I think Duke drew a good crowd tonight, and it was just great. I don't know if the execution of the game was great, but it was great. The fans executed their part.
Mentioned overthinking. It looked like in the second half you took Zaya out just to get her to clear her head or something, and she came back in and hit 2 shots. Did you say anything to her, or do you just let her figure it out herself?
Well, yeah, I took her out to say something to her. I just told her she needs to relax. I think Zaya has a tendency to press a little bit, especially when she's not making a whole lot of shots. And once she steps away from it, she usually comes back a little bit more energized. And I thought she hit 2 key buckets for us when Duke was making their run. But she's still very young and she's still learning and growing. And sometimes you gotta let them see the game from a different vantage point and get her back out there. So I have the utmost, confidence in Zaya and her ability to make shots and defend, and she'll come back stronger.
All right, Howard, we'll take questions from you now.
Thanks, Dawn. Congratulations on the win. There's a play that Aaliyah made, I think it was early fourth quarter, where she was kind of screened by 3 different defenders. There was a ball that was loose on your end. She had the presence of mind to see it, go to the ball, and finish with a layup. I'm wondering if you could tell me what you think a play like that says about how locked in she is and what she sees on the floor.
I mean, Aaliyah just wants to win. She's a playmaker. Like she's gonna do whatever it takes to win. I think she's built her game up to where she recognizes what's needed in any given moment. And you described that play, but I see other plays, like the block shots in the fourth quarter. I see, the stretch in the fourth quarter where we got her the ball. She had to score for us. Like we wanted the ball to go into her, and she delivered. I think she's just, she's a junior. She has a pretty good understanding of where she wants to go and what she wants to do overall. And, daily she's doing that. She's doing it in practice. Like this isn't anything that she doesn't already do like every day. She works at her craft, and craft rewards her in big games like this.
And just in terms of the rebounding edge that you guys have had, you did this against a Duke team that came in top 20 in the country. Maryland makes its living on the boards. You out rebounded them, I think 62-34. You talked about the things that you like about this team, with rebounding being so much about desire. How much do you feel like it's emblematic of the team that you've built here?
I mean, it's a fabric of who we are. We miss a lot of shots too, so I think we are well aware of that, and we set ourselves up to rebound the ball. We got length, we got athleticism, we got will, we got grit, and that particular area is where we create separation, and hopefully it continues throughout the rest of the season.
Thanks, Tom.
Hey, Coach, how are you? You have a class, that freshman class from 2019, that's been really just making their mark on the program record books. And already in her junior season, Aaliyah is 9 blocks away from passing Kiki and Elena for second place, and then obviously trailing Asia. What does it mean to have their impact and that you see? And do you all discuss those type of records, or is it just like day by day, game by game?
Our 2019 freshman class, and I often just kind of marvel at the fact that they all came in they all came in and started except LA, who, came in with the knee injury. And I don't see that very often throughout the country where freshmen come in and make an impact and it can start and they can continue their great play. I think it has to do with their want to win. I think it has to do with they play different positions and the fact that they really like each other. They still call each other freshmen, like they call each other the freshman group. And they'll fool you into thinking that every freshman class can come in and make an impact on this level. But along the way, they're leading. They want the best for everybody on the team. And when you have the core group of your team like that, you continue to grow. Good things happen for them, and good things happen for our team. So, super proud of them, and I'm not counting down the days until they're gone. But I don't think we'll have another freshman class that brought it, for the 2.5 years, and we got a year and a half to go with them. I don't think there's another class that will repeat what they've been able to bring to our program.
And Dawn, I wanted to ask about Destiny Littleton tonight. We really saw her minutes go up, and I wanted to know, what has she been showing you in practice? And then her 3-point shot, it looked very, very good, especially in the first half. I just wanted to ask, just her development and what you've seen from her as of late.
So, we're at a place in our program where we got a core group of players that play together. So now when you look at the rest of our players, they are situational players. Like, I thought of the situation call for her to space the floor and be ready to shoot the ball when they were collapsing so much on Aaliyah. And time and time again, she's delivered. And I just thought today was her day. She's been shooting the ball. She's always in the gym. She's always the last one to leave. So it's not, we know she can shoot it. It's just, we got to put her in a position during games that we can take advantage of that. Thank you.